Hey! The last digit of your like on this video by each who you are from Melon Playground, and the last digit of your subscription to my channel will show your Melon Playground item. So go down right now, subscribe and give me a like. Look at the screen. Notice the last digit of your like and your subscription and write in the comments who you are from Melon Playground. It's simple, if your like is number 8 and the last digit of your subscription is number 5, you're a lemon and a cactus. Show your imagination and enjoy the show. Hi friends, you're on the Melonfonk channel. In this video I'm going to show you a lot of secret mechanisms in Melon Playground. But before we get started, I want to say a huge thank you to these guys for participating in my video. If you want to be in my next video, you need to do a few things: leave a like, write your best comment, at least 4 words or more. And don't forget to watch this video from start to finish. It's very easy to fulfill all these conditions. Enjoy watching it. So, dear friends, in this video I have collected the coolest mechanisms that I could find. Almost all mechanisms from this video were made with the help of a chip. Some of the mechanisms I will salt in my Sealgram channel, so go to my cart. The link will be in the attached comment. And well, let's take apart these cool mechanisms. The first chip is quite simple, it would seem at first glance, and in fact unremarkable absolutely. But this chip will really surprise you. What if I told you that it can increase the maximum speed of any vehicle and really accelerate it to just incredible speeds? Pay your attention to the screen. We simply plug any vehicle into this chip and start driving a little bit. After a few seconds we already see that this transport is flying somewhere at the speed of light. Just unbelievable. In fact, there is no speed, and after a while, really our transport begins to disappear. Probably because the game is not designed for such speeds. We see that even begins to distort as if we have taken and overcome basically any possible speed and got into another dimension. It's a very interesting theory, but I think it just breaks the game. And overall it's a very cool mechanism. I give it 7 points. Pretty interesting. Your assessment right in the comments. And let's move on to the next mechanism. The following mechanism was already in one of my videos. It was sent by one of my subscribers from Turkey. A huge hello to you. His nickname right now you can see on your screen. This guy makes really cool mechanisms. And it's not just a mechanism, it's a real working calculator. Just imagine that progress has come to the point that we can not only create some simple clips, but really working some processes, mathematical. For example, a calculator. There you can divide, multiply, add and subtract literally all the simplest functions that you have in a calculator on your phone. And that's just great, because basically, the chip is a processor and we can afford to do really uniquely cool things. And there's more to come. I think the guys are going to come up with some really great mechanisms. Personally, I can't come up with something cool because I'm just too dumb to do it. But you guys, I think, are more talented than I am and you're doing really cool stuff. We're just waiting for Doom to launch in the game. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Personally, I give the calculator all 10 points. It's a really cool and working main engine without any problems. I like it insanely. But write your evaluation in the comments, of course. So let's move on to the next mechanism. The next mechanism is pretty simple within the chip, but also very cool. I just love the way it looks. And that's the glow chip. It basically does everything in Melon Playground with glow effect. You just connect any item, whether it's an NPC, material or whatever, to this chip and basically you have a glow effect, which is very nice and beautiful. Also it can be customized without any problems, which is pretty cool too. Simple cool mechanism. I give it 6 points because of its simplicity, but it is still very cool. Write your opinion in the comments of course, and let's move on to the next mechanism. The next mechanism with the chip is also visually quite simple, and it gives us the ability to create a working TNT, i.e. we can essentially make a remote bomb similar to the TNT we have in life. That's what miners typically use. And pay your attention to the screen, this actually works without any problems. We simply connect this mechanism to absolutely any bomb, anything it can be. In this example, it's a K4. You just pull the lever and it all works without any problems. Simple, interesting, cool mechanism. I give it 6 points just for its presence, because it is visually very interesting looking. Write your opinion and your score of course in the comments. Well, let's move on to the next mechanism. And this mechanism is awesome, guys. I think you're going to 100% love it. This mechanism adds to us basically an incredibly accurate combat rig. It's basically like a Hazel. All in all, it's just an incredibly cool combat rig. So what can it do? Well, turn your attention to the screen. First, you can select a mode. There are 4 modes available. The first mode is simply driving mode. Then you switch everything with the shoot button and the controls. The next mode is select mode. You can literally pick a target. You get a red bar like this on the screen. This is the target indicator. So basically, you use this bar to determine where you're going to hit. Once you've selected the impact point, you can select another mode. And that's fire mode. That's essentially where the projectile will fall. You press the button and after just a few seconds very easy movement is struck the target with the bomb, and it's just incredibly cool looking. Well, agree friends, to all this mechanism to work you need to press the button which is at the very top. Again, this mechanism to me sent my subscriber from Turkey. Thank you very much for what you do, these cool mechanisms, it's really cool. I rate this mechanism on all 10 points because it is just perfect. But of course leave your opinion in the comments. And let's move on to the next mechanism. The next mechanism is also pretty cool, but absolutely everyone knows about it. It's an RGB chip. It used probably absolutely everyone who knows at least a little for the mechanisms in the chalk background. In general, this chip allows you to color any objects, including NPCs in RGB color. That is, you get such a walking light fixture. Also groovy pretty much mechanism, but again everyone already knows, it's already very much disheveled, so there will not be much stuck about it. It just got on this list, because it's a really cool mechanism. I give it 8 points, your evaluation of course write in the comments. Let's see what is the best mechanism today in this video. I will be very interested in your opinion, and let's move on to the next movement. The next mechanism is a torture room. I had it in a previous video, but since the mechanism is also insanely cool, it makes it into this video. Basically, this mechanism adds an interesting room for us. It's basically simultaneously electrified, chip-powered, and just great at crumping any NPCs. By the way, it's completely unbugged and doesn't lag. What is very cool, in fact it is some kind of juice squeezer and it works very cool without any problems. It's basically this kind of mechanism that I'm going to give 8 points to. Which work without any problems. I think that you will also quite like it, but your assessment of course write in the comments. Well, and let's move on to the next mechanism. And this is the mechanism that was also in my previous video, but still I so want to show it to you again because it's also very cool. I mean, it's basically a press that you can add to the Melon playground, it literally is. When you pull the lever, a plate slowly comes down and crushes all the NPCs, it's kind of like a torture room. Also is for me very cool and interesting, but unfortunately there are flaws, because the plate is for me lowers well too slowly, and rises too fast. But still a very cool mechanism, which I put well probably 8 points it definitely deserves, but your assessment write in the comments. Well, and let's move on to the next mechanism. The next mechanism is also very cool, it's a coordinator tank, and it basically works without any problems too. So how does it work? On the roof of this tank is a radar, which is constantly rotating, and as soon as in the radar zone is a live NPC, there is a homing missile, which rushes straight to the NPC, and it works without any problems and bugs. It's a very cool, great, I would even say so the mechanism, I just like it madly. Well, agree friends, it is really very cool. Your opinion of course leave in the comments. I give it 10 points, well really cool mechanism that works cool. Leave your evaluation in the comments, and let's move on to the next mechanism. The next mechanism I just insanely liked, and first of all visually it looks just great. The screen appears with a mini football, in fact it is a mini air hockey. If you try, you can play this soccer even with a friend on the same screen, just a little need to modify it and it will work without any problems. In this mini soccer we have a counter, and with the help of this counter you can understand who is winning now. It is also very important not to touch your goal with your slider, because you will immediately count minus a point, and it works really without any problems and bugs. Very cool mini game that is already available in the workshop. By the way, I bought it for my money and you can buy it too. It is not so expensive, and brings a lot of fun. Personally, I will put this mechanism all 10 points, well, really very cool and visually and practically. But your opinion of course leave in the comments. Well, and let's move on to the next mechanism. The next mechanism was also in my previous video. I want to show it because it's pretty cool too. It's basically a torture room that is powered by a chip. The room is energized as soon as the adapter touches the walls of that room or any conductor. It works without any problems either. And by the way, I just absolutely love the fluidity and the way it's basically implemented. It's very cool looking visually. I want to give this mechanism 8 points for sure. It works cool and without any problems. Write in the comments your favorite mechanism from this video. I will be very interested to know your opinion. But this is the end of my video. Thank you all for watching. Good luck to everyone, goodbye to everyone, and remember buddy, as always, see you the other day.